Hello and welcome to the CGTN live broadcast. I'm Chengxi in Shanghai. Now, happy New Year's Eve in China. Now, welcome to Shanghai's iconic annual New Year countdown event. We are at the Xintiandi Park in downtown. It is a particularly cold evening. It's actually been snowing yesterday, but luckily we've had good weather this evening. But that does not seem to bother the passionate people here tonight. For the past 3 hours, about 5,000 people here have been celebrating the coming of 2019 and a sound and light extravaganza here. You can see it's very, very loud right here. 3 of China's popular singers will take the stage. We're actually at the second one. This is Mr. Yang Zhongwei singing some of the classic Chinese songs. And you can literally see and feel the passion of the fans downstage. Now, the singers, instead of singing their newly released songs, they mostly focus on singing several of the classic old songs in China that most people know how to sing to. Now, after all, this evening is all about people being together in celebration, so a bit of nostalgia surely helps with the mood. Now, I've also been interviewing people with people here about their 2018, how their 2018 have been, and what their New Year resolutions are, and I will share them with you in a moment. Now, many people in Shanghai have been working very hard for the past year, and they deserve a joyous New Year's Eve celebration. Now, security here have been tight, to be honest. The audience is separated into small zones with metal fences. In fact, safety has always been a top priority when it comes to mass celebrations in Shanghai. In 2014, there was a tragic stampede event on New Year's Eve by the Bund in Shanghai, which left 36 people dead. That incident has been entrenched deep into the collective memory of Shanghai citizens. And because of that, the authority has since stopped the celebration events at the Bund area, but citizens can always choose to join some 40 celebration gatherings like this one across the city. Now, we knew from the local authority that they have made many precautions to make sure that something like that would never happen again. And such precautions don't seem to bother the zealous friends here tonight. The event will culminate to a 60-second countdown at midnight, which will be the final highlights of the evening. Actually, I've been talking enough. Let's listen in to one of the classic Chinese songs that Mr. Yang Zhongwei is singing right now.
我有花一朵，种在我心中，含苞待放意悠悠，朝朝与暮暮，我切切地等候，有心的人来入梦。女人花摇曳在红尘中，女人花随风轻轻摆动，只盼望有一双温柔手能抚慰我内心的寄托。女人花摇曳在红尘中，女人花随风轻轻摆动。若是你闻过了花香浓，别问我花儿是为谁红。爱过知情重，醉过知酒浓，花开花谢终是空。缘分不停留，像春风来又走，女人如花花似梦。缘分不停留，像春风来又走，女人如花花似梦。女人如 春吹动了你的长发，让它牵引你的梦。不知不觉，这城市的历史已记取了你的笑容。红红心中，蓝蓝的天，是个生命的开始。春雨不眠，隔夜的你，曾空独眠的日子。看我看一眼，把莫让红颜守空枕。青春无悔不死，永远的爱人。让流浪的足迹在荒漠里写下永久的回忆。飘去飘来的笔迹是深长的激情，你的心语。前尘后世轮回中，谁在声音里徘徊？痴情笑我凡俗的人世，凡俗的人世。
Welcome back. Now, as I was saying, I've been doing a little bit of interview among some of the very, very passionate audience here this evening before the show starts. And I started by asking them what they do for a living and what have been the most memorable experiences in the past year in 2018 and what are their New Year resolutions. I've got some very interesting answers that I thought I might share with you some of the findings. Now, first is Mr. Wang Xinyi. I've got it on my cell phone here. He works at communication technology. He's been interning in Africa for the past 3 months because he works in communication and the African region has a lot of infrastructure, communication infrastructure in need, and that's a part of the One Belt One Road initiative where a lot of Chinese infrastructure companies actually support African countries to help with their infrastructure building, and they've been part of that journey. And now he's graduated from university, from his master's degree, and successfully found a job in Shanghai. And as for what he wants to get out of 2019, he wants to first find a girlfriend, and second, to buy a vehicle of his own. So I can imagine that his job actually pays really well, communications infrastructure. And if there are any freshly graduated college students, you might want to look into this sector. Now, the second people I interview is Ms. He Shan, who works in public relations. Her most memorable experience in 2018 was that she got a promotion. Very good for her. And that gave her a big sense of achievement for the past year. And for the next year, what he wants out of 2019 is to actually lose some weight, because for the past year she's actually been working very, very hard. It's become a habit to skip meals and have very big meals, and even one big meals a day, and that to really pack on weights. And she's been lacking in exercise because she had to work very, very late into the night, and that's a normalcy for a lot of city dwellers in China's first-tier cities. And I hope she actually can achieve that goal, because health is the most important thing in life, right? And the third people I interview is Miss Miao Miao, who was a car saleswoman. And her most memorable experience last year was that she was proposed by her fiance at her birthday. Very good for her, congratulations. And what she wants out of 2019 is to actually go ahead and have a baby of her own. Since they're starting a family right now in Shanghai in 2019, I imagine it will be a big year for her coming forward. Now, Shanghai is a very international city. There are quite a number of international guests, foreign guests, who are also present at the scene. I've interviewed two of them. One is Mr. Ogi, and with her was Miss Lopez. Both of them are models from Russia, and they've come to China for the past 4 months. They've been staying in Shanghai for the past 4 months. They said it was the best experience in their life, and coming here this evening was part of their celebration of their times here. They will be here for the next 4 months or so, and this, they said, is one of the highlights this evening. Next, I interviewed a guy called Jiang Weihao, who works in the fashion business. He recently got his master's degree, and what he wants out of 2019 is also find a girlfriend, because he came from Beijing and he started to start a life in Shanghai. So it's difficult to find friends and have a community. So what he out of 2019 is to build a sense of belonging to Shanghai and become part of the city. Also, we have Mr. Yi Jiawei, who works at the technology firm Philips, but he's a multilingual, so to speak. He speaks very fluent Persian. That's an interesting language to master, and he actually has been one of the interpreters at the movie and TV festival in Shanghai earlier this year, in October, I think. So what he wants out of 2019 is to balance work and life, because he likes learning language. He speaks Persian, and he told me that he actually wanted to study more languages in 2019, but that has been very difficult because he works in technology, which does not have many overlap with his life interest, which is learning language. So he hoped he could find a way to balance the two and actually have a side job as an interpreter beside his main job. I hope he could do that. Very difficult though. And last but not least, we have Mrs. Huang Jing, who works in clothing retail. She actually changed her job recently, focusing to retail sales business, which Shanghai is very strong in. Shanghai is very strong in fashion-related business, retail-related business. A lot of multinational corporations actually set up their set up their multinational headquarters, Asian headquarters, regional headquarters in Shanghai. And she said what she wanted out of 2019 is to contact her friends more, because she's been too busy, because her career was in transition for the past year. So what she wanted, so you can imagine it was a very busy year for her in 2018. So she said she basically lost touch with a lot of her good friends. So what she wants for 2019 is to rekindle the friendship between her and some of her closest friends. Which I think is a good thing. A lot of people in Shanghai have been working very hard, as you can imagine. So I hope for all of them a very good 2019. We've passed half of the performance here. And next we will have Miss Zhou Bichang, who is also a famous female singer in China.
带回去吃个好东西，喝点热汤，然后暖暖身子。带来这首《10年》。如果那2个字没有颤抖，我不会发现我难受。怎么说出口，也不过是分手。如果对于明天没有要求，牵牵手就像旅游，成千上万个门口，总有一个人要先走。怀抱既然不能逗留，何不在离开的时候一边消瘦 一边泪流。10年之前，我不认识你，你不属于我，我们还是一样陪在一个陌生人左右，走过渐渐熟悉的街头。10年之后，我们是朋友，还可以问候，只是那种温柔再也找不到拥抱的理由，情人最后难免沦为朋友。不能逗留，何不在离开的时候一边享受，一边泪流。10年之前，我不认识你，你不属于我，我们还是一样陪在一个陌生人左右。
Hi, we're back. How about this song? It's very famous in China. I've been singing to it. Now the event will culminate to a 60-second countdown to midnight, which is the final highlight of the evening. And citizens will have a day of public holiday on New Year's Day tomorrow. Some might choose to just relax at home, but if you're visiting this city, do go check out some of its famous attractions. Many of the city's iconic landscapes have been renovated when Shanghai prepared for the first China International Import Expo back in November. For example, I recommend visiting the famous Western-style buildings by the west bund of the Huangpu River, where they all light up very beautiful at night. If you're interested, you take one of the ferries along the Huangpu River and you can absorb the beauty that is Shanghai that way. And across the Huangpu River is the iconic modern skyline of Shanghai called Lujiazui. It is the central financial district of Shanghai, where most multinational corporations are situated in. And in that way, you can literally see the juxtaposition of old and new and the clash of modernity and tradition in Shanghai, because the city has a long history of being a concession area. And apart from that, I can also recommend taking a casual walk around downtown Shanghai's concession area, where you can find the most fashionable street corner coffee shop and gourmet food in the city. And also you can visit the Yu Garden, the Chengxi Miao, where you can find some of the traditional foods and traditional buildings in the city. And I can go on and on, but you really need to be here to experience the full extent of it. Whatever you choose, you won't regret it. Now next year, Shanghai will hold the second China International Import Expo, and we as reporters will be busy as always. Now, ever since I came to be based in Shanghai since 2017, I actually was here at the same event last year. It's been non-stop for me for the past year as a reporter. I have witnessed many of the city's development firsthand in 2018. A lot has changed since the last time I was here standing on the stage on the New Year's Eve of 2016. Now from the height, I visited a lot of developmental zones in Shanghai. For example, the high-tech state-of-the-art Yangshan Deepwater Port Phase 4, where automation replaces human labor, to the opening of the financial sector, for example, the launch of China's own crude oil future. Now, thanks to Shanghai's role as an increasingly important regional headquarters of multinational corporations, I got the chance to interview business tycoons like the founder of Starbucks, Howard Schultz, who came to Shanghai in 2018 as part of his farewell to the company he founded. More importantly, I had the chance to talk to the people living and striving here in Shanghai, from the delivery man who works 7 days a week to an independent artist pursuing her musical dream in the city. 2018 has been an eye-opening experience for me, and I expect 2019 to be the same. I hope you will also have a meaningful 2019. Now let's appreciate this next song from Mr. Yang Zongwei.
没有你的地方，左手的机票，右手的护照是个谜，一个不想去解开，不想去解开的谜。我不怕等待你始终不说的答案，但是心装离了，箱子扣了，要走了，要走了，我要走了。这是最后一页了。面对面坐着没有终站的火车，明天要飞去，飞去没有你的地方，哦，没有你的地方，真正也许在遥远的地方。离别也许不会在机场，只要你说出一个未来，我会是你的，我会是你的，我会是你的，我会是你的。这一切都可以放弃。我会是你的。
Now, in an hour from now, we'll have a 60-second countdown to the new year. Now, in an hour, we will welcome the 60-second countdown to the new year of 2019, whereas we have 65 minutes. And I want to take this chance to wish everyone a very happy new year. And 2019 actually marks the 70th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China. And next year, it will be a big year for this country. It will be the big year for all the citizens living here. And I've been interviewing some of the audiences here today, and they all have big wishes for the country, which will continue to develop into a new age. And last but not least, I want to wish everyone who's tuning in a very warm and joyful New Year's Eve with whoever you're with right now. What is your New Year resolution? What do you expect out of 2019? Whatever it is, I hope the best for you, and I wish your goals will be fulfilled. I'm Yang Chengxi in Shanghai. I'll see you in the next New Media broadcast.